Welcome to another S&P Futures day trading recap on an Apex paid account, where I'll be able to withdraw profits without incurring any of the losses. Apex evaluations are currently the cheapest I've ever seen them. You can sign up for your own Apex account with my link in the description and use my coupon code for 90% off the first month and 80% off all recurring months. I saw a decent bearish setup when price rejected off the EMA that coincided with the upper trend line of a bear channel and entered short on a failed second entry long setup. Unfortunately, this one didn't even have a chance, as my short entry ended up being the bottom tick of a bullish breakout attempt and get stopped out for my first loss of the day. Seeing bearish momentum pick up again after this breakout attempt, I immediately jumped back in short to fade this breakout to take price to new lows. Al Brooks' price action course teaches that most breakout attempts fail, and this is exactly what happens here, and I'm able to ride price down to my profit target. After seeing another breakout attempt that seemed to get rejected from the EMA with some full-bodied bear bars, I instinctively hop in short again. I set my stop loss above the most recent pivot high, which is a bit far, which makes my profit target also a bit far due to my 1-to-1 reward to risk requirement. I start getting a bad feeling when the bearish momentum starts to lose steam and price puts in consecutive bull bars, which is not what I want to see. When price seems to get rejected from the EMA again, I decide to just take profit at the most recent lows, as I figured the chance of a double bottom reversal was more likely now that the bearish momentum was clearly slowing down. So this trade technically wasn't 1-to-1 reward to risk since I exited early, but I just feel like discretion is necessary whenever I'm playing an always in setup, especially if the trend starts to weaken before my profit target. I need to do some further analysis on this setup to see how I can more objectively take these kinds of trades, but for now I'm just glad that this one worked out. After price convincingly breaks above the EMA in a clean bull channel, I get a great opportunity to fade this countertrend breakout with a second entry long, hoping that price would bounce from the EMA. These hopes were immediately crushed, as after my entry order gets filled, price reverses back down to stop me out for a very quick second loss. After the last stop out, a big bull candle formed, and it looked like my countertrend breakout play was still valid, so hopped in long again on a third entry long setup. This entry was honestly just me being stubborn and having some FOMO, and I didn't want my trade idea to play out without me. Third entries aren't even on my list of entry setups, so I definitely forced this one and I deserve to take a loss here. Since this was my third loss of the day, I had to stop trading. Taking two losses on the same setup just felt so bad, and I almost tried to justify that I could continue trading because technically I only took two losing setups. However, realizing that I'd have to post that I broke my risk rules here on YouTube, and that trying to explain such a reason would just sound dumb, made me decide to accept the consequences of my stubbornness and take the red day. Going forward, I'll be more careful with analyzing my emotions after each loss, and being more diligent in looking for good entries after a stop out. I still think that valid setups can form after I get stopped out. For example, if I get stopped out with very strong momentum, there could be a high probability always in setup that presents itself. This time, my hasty entry after the loss was caused by stubbornness and FOMO, which is a good lesson in being more self-aware of my own emotions. I also am proud of myself for following my 3-loss max risk rule. I sincerely believe that it's harder to follow your risk rules and end on a loss than to have a green day. Each day I follow my risk rules is a winning day in and of itself. After today's trading session, the account is now at 51,881. We haven't been making much progress this month, but I'm not in any rush. My goal is capital preservation, so we'll just continue sticking to my trading plan and risk rules and let the profits slowly materialize over time. As always, thanks for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe so you're notified of the next time I post a trade recap. In the meantime, I'll continue posting daily profit and loss updates in my channel's community tab.